Welcome to Real Enlightenment. Today, we're going to delve into the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, a way of thinking that can guide us towards living a good life. Stoicism is a philosophy that has been around for centuries, and its teachings are still relevant today. It encourages us to focus on what we can control, accept what we can't control, and live in harmony with nature. The Stoics believe that true happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances. They taught that we should cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control to become better people and live a more fulfilling life. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers was Epictetus. He believed that we should focus on our own actions rather than on other people's opinions or external events. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Another Stoic philosopher was Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who wrote a series of meditations on Stoic philosophy. In his writings, he talked about the importance of living in the present moment, being kind to others, and accepting our own mortality. The Stoics believed that the universe was governed by a rational and purposeful force, which they called the Logos. They believed that everything in the universe was interconnected and that we should live in harmony with nature. By doing so, we can live a virtuous and fulfilling life. The Stoic philosophy is applicable to various aspects of our lives, such as relationships, work, and personal development. For instance, in relationships, we can practice acceptance and focus on what we can control, such as our own actions and reactions. In work, we can strive to become better employees by cultivating virtues like diligence, responsibility, and integrity. In personal development, we can practice self-reflection and focus on improving ourselves, rather than comparing ourselves to others. So, how can we apply Stoic philosophy to our modern lives? Here are some tips. 1. Focus on what you can control. Don't worry about things outside of your control. Instead, focus on your own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. This doesn't mean being apathetic, but it means to focus on what you can do to change the situation. 2. Cultivate virtues. Strive to become a better person by cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect, but it means to be mindful of your actions and always strive to improve yourself. 3. Live in the present moment. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. Live in the present and appreciate the here and now. This means to be mindful and present in the moment, rather than letting your thoughts and worries consume you. 4. Practice self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Ask yourself if you're living up to your own standards. This means to take time to introspect and evaluate yourself in order to improve and grow. 5. Practice acceptance. Accept that there are things outside of your control and learn to accept them gracefully. This means to acknowledge that sometimes things don't go our way, but we can still find peace and happiness by accepting what we cannot change. But Stoicism isn't just about improving ourselves. It's also about being a good member of society. The Stoics believed in the idea of cosmopolitanism, which means that we should view all humans as part of one community, and that we should treat others with kindness and respect. The Stoics also believed in the importance of virtue ethics, which means that our actions should be guided by our virtues. By practicing virtues like justice, courage, and wisdom, we can lead a life of moral excellence. Stoicism is not a religion, but it can be seen as a form of spirituality, as it encourages us to find meaning and purpose in our lives. It's a philosophy that can be applied to anyone, regardless of their beliefs or background. So, how can we start living the Stoic life? Here are some practical tips. 1. Start with a daily reflection practice. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on your thoughts, actions, and emotions. Ask yourself what you did well, what you could have done better, and how you can improve. 2. Focus on what you can control. Instead of worrying about things outside of your control, focus on what you can do to improve the situation. This means being proactive and taking action, rather than being reactive and letting circumstances control you. 4. Live in the present moment. Be mindful and present in the moment, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. This means appreciating the here and now and finding joy in the present moment. 5. Practice acceptance. Accept that there are things outside of your control and learn to accept them gracefully. This means acknowledging that sometimes things don't go our way, but we can still find peace and happiness by accepting what we cannot change. In conclusion, Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that can guide us towards living a good life. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, cultivate virtues, live in the present moment, practice self-reflection, and practice acceptance. By doing so, we can become better people and live in harmony with nature. Thank you for watching our video on the philosophy of Stoicism. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on philosophy, psychology, and spirituality. And remember, as the Stoics said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So let's strive to cultivate good thoughts and live a good life.